Welcome back to Method Cooking. Tonight we're talking about potatoes. We've got more russet potatoes, and tonight we're doing a Hasselback. It sounds kind of complicated, but it's about as easy as anything else. It presents really nice, and it's essentially kind of like a gourmet baked potato. So we're using a russet potato, both because I had them on hand, and since a Hasselback is essentially like a gourmet baked potato, it works really well. So with the sharp, thin knife, we're going to cut down into the potato, but not all the way through. This is essentially going to create almost like little fins on the potato. We're going to sprinkle over the top with salt, pepper, a little bit of oil, a little bit of butter, and then roast it just like we would regular baked potato. So these slices are probably about 1/4 inch thick, and again, we don't want to cut all the way through because as it bakes, it's going to give it this really nice fanned out look. To try to expose as much of the potato to kind of like the cooking and roasting process, after I go through and get almost all the way down, I like to kneel down almost at eye level so I can make sure I can get those cuts as deep but not all the way through before seasoning and getting this in the oven. With the potato cut, we're going to put a little bit of oil down on the pan, put the potato over the top, we're going to drizzle some oil over the entire thing. Following that, a couple sprinkles of salt, nice big pinch. Over the top of that, a little black pepper, a little bit of dried thyme, and depending on your preference, I like to get a little butter in there. Some people will put butter in between each layer, which I think is a little excessive and kind of makes a mess. So I'll go every few layers, just kind of wedge that butter in there. And then we're going into an oven, 350 for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, until the potato is nice and tender. Butter seasoning's on, we got it on the pan. Like I said, we're going to toss it in the oven at 350, probably for about 45 minutes or an hour until it's nice and tender. And then when it gets done, you can top it with whatever you want, cheese, bacon bits, or just eat it with salt, pepper, and butter. Now that the Hasselback potato is done, I'm going to top it with a little bit of bacon and a little bit of cheese. If you wait till after it cooks to do this, the potato opens up really nice, so the bacon and the cheese can kind of fall down into those cracks as the potato cooked. So we're going to do a little bacon, a little cheese. You could really top it with anything you want. I'm a loaded baked potato fan, so I'm going this route, and then I might finish it off with a little bit of sour cream. But we're going to go back into the oven just for a second. Now that the cheese is melted, let me get that on the plate. With the potato done and the cheese melted, we're on the plate. This is an easy and simple way to split a potato between a few people, as you can just cut right between the cuts that are already there. So you can see the cheese is melted, it's nice and spread out, so it's really easy to pick at and eat. And as always, thank you for watching Method Cooking, and I'll see you next week.